Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Esports Talk, and this one is for all the Rainbow Six fans we've got here on the channel. I saw a lot of you guys requesting that we make a video on this, and I was a little busy over the past few days, so thank you guys for sharing it and sending it our way. And that topic is going to be Rogue9, a Siege YouTuber that I'm sure a lot of you guys that actually do play Siege are probably already familiar with him. He makes very great, informative videos, and he made a video over the weekend regarding Ubisoft Montreal and two of their employees, Craig Robinson and Justin Krueger, and their misconduct. And I'm just going to let you guys know right off the bat, the video that he made is 39 minutes long. I will have a link to it in the description in case you guys want to watch it for yourself, but I'm just going to do my best to cover it and break it down here. So, let's get into it. And just a quick disclaimer, similar to the one that was said in Rogue9's video, this video is not intended to paint all of Ubisoft in a bad light or anything like that. It is specifically geared towards these two Ubisoft employees that I mentioned earlier, Craig Robinson and Justin Krueger. And you might recognize Craig as It's Epi if you're familiar with the Rainbow Six scene, but this video is not to be seen as a reason to send them hateful messages or anything that would further damage their careers. I'm just here to tell you what was said in Rogue9's video. So with that out of the way, let's actually get started. So on September 10th, Ubisoft released an apology video regarding several allegations from months ago about several employees in the company. And those allegations include things like sexual misconduct in the workplace, a very toxic work environment, and unfortunately, in one case, rape. And a lot of these employees were top executives in the company, and it's been said that the way that this company is ran is essentially so that these top executives and these top names in the company are sort of like the ringleaders at Ubisoft, and they basically have this immunity to being fired and to being demoted and stuff like that, unless they were found out about, basically, which is what happened here. And I've seen a lot of people saying that Ubisoft probably knew about all these actions before they had come to light, but because they were exposed, they actually had to do something and say something about it, which obviously I can't speak on myself. However, that does seem to be the case, seeing as that many Ubisoft employees have said that, and it seems to be the general consensus between them. So Rogue9 starts off with telling his story involving Justin Krueger, who he had a few experiences with beforehand, but he specifically tells us about one that happened at the Six Invitational 2019 after party. So Rogue9 was talking to a Pro League analyst when Justin approached them and was there, and Rogue9 congratulated him after Justin Krueger gave a speech about being promoted. So he said, hey, good job on being promoted, or something along those lines, and Justin Krueger apparently acted very just rude and aggressive in return to him. And then he turns and grabs a champagne bottle and then just chugs the entire thing. And then he says, what? You thought I was going to give some of this to you? Which obviously is nothing too insane. You know, it wasn't anything extremely controversial, but it is just extremely unprofessional. And the thing about it is that there are several other pros and content creators and other people who are in the scene who have said their stories about Justin Krueger and about how unpleasant their experiences with him have been, and this just adds on to it. And then Rogue9 talks about how he began talking to a female Ubisoft employee last year over the course of 3 months over Twitter DMs, which he shows screenshots of. And in those screenshots, we can see Rogue9 talking to this employee, getting to know her a bit, when it looks like they're hitting it off pretty well. She says, it was really great to finally meet you since I've been internet stalking you for a while. I'm looking forward to chatting more about Barcelona. And on multiple occasions, she tells him to stay in touch and keep chatting, though eventually Rogue9 says she started being more distant and he felt as though she was playing with his emotions, and he ends up sending her a longer, more emotionally based message, which all of this ends up leading to her claiming that Rogue9 was harassing her and making her feel uncomfortable, and he says she got him blacklisted from working with Ubisoft. So then that female employee goes to Craig Robinson, which is a close friend of hers, and like I said, gets Rogue9 blacklisted from working with Ubisoft. And then Craig Robinson sends out an email to other Ubisoft employees basically saying to be careful while trying to communicate with Rogue9 due to that harassment, which Rogue9 took as them trying to cut off communications with him to kind of keep him out of the know of what was being said and the lies that were being spread about him, and also to protect Ubisoft's image. And Rogue9 tells us that it isn't the first time that Craig has done something like this, and by that he means, and I mean, Craig basically targeting someone and potentially ruining their reputation simply because he had this sort of personal vendetta against them. And then Rogue9 tells us that he knows for a fact that Craig helped participate and organize a match fixing and content creator show matches, and that there are several other allegations against Craig and Justin Krueger as well, including things like unprofessional behavior and harassment, and apparently even other criminal activities, not only against other content creators, but to other Ubisoft employees as well. And those employees were were told not to say anything about this whole situation or to say anything about the toxic work environment or anything about the sexual misconduct in the workplace, or else they would risk being fired. And Rogue9 came out with this video because there were so many other people that were actually speaking up about it, and because Ubisoft made that apology video and they were actually exposed and someone said something about it. So now Rogue9 had to share his story because other people were doing it and he felt like it was the right time to. But oh wow, there was a lot to unpack from Rogue9's video, and if you guys want more details and specifics, of course, like I said, go check the description because I will have a link to his video down there. Hopefully I did a decent enough job actually condensing it and summarizing it and making it easy to understand for you guys. But yeah, what those top executives and what Craig Robinson and what Justin Krueger did is yeah, pretty freaking messed up. It is crazy to hear about what's going on behind the scenes in a company, and you never really know what's going on until someone on the inside actually exposes it, which they're obviously taking a huge risk because, you know, they're risking their job by doing that, or, you know, maybe they're already out of that workplace by then. But I have seen that some of these executives have actually exited the company. I've seen some of them have moved on to other games, though I have seen one of the two. It was either Craig Robinson or Justin Krueger was still a part of Ubisoft. Last I checked his LinkedIn page, I believe he's still on there. So all I can say is that I hope proper action is taken, and I hope that, you know, all the people that were affected by this, obviously, I hope they can recover and move on from this. It is disgusting to hear about what was going on there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, leave some comments down below. I'd love to read them, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everyone. Be safe, and bye-bye.